Hello everyone. Speaking to you today from the shores of Lake Auburn here in Auburn, Maine. And I wanted to just do this brief message to you. It doesn't have anything specifically to do with this class, but more with your academic career and all the great work that you're doing. I wanted to talk for a few minutes about that. And first I wanted to start with this photograph here. This is a recent discovery I had. I found in an old box. It's over 50 years old, and it's of my kindergarten class of all things. It's hard to believe they had cameras back then, I know, haha. But this is it, and I wanted to talk just briefly about my teacher here. This was Mrs. Sodergren. She's a great lady, and while I have vague recollections of days and moments of that period 50 some years ago, but one thing that she had said one time impressed itself upon me, and I just remember recalling it from finding this photograph. She told us all that we were her gifts to the future. And you know, at 5 or 6 years old, I didn't fully comprehend what that meant, but somehow it seemed important, and I locked it away, and finding this photograph here recently brought back that memory. And that ties into what I want to talk to you about with what you're doing here. You know, at some point, you all decided that the status quo, the you that you were, it wasn't good enough. You wanted to be something more, and you wanted more out of life. You enrolled in college, you've taken your courses, you got your goals set on your graduation, and you're dutifully going through and taking your courses and passing the tests and writing papers and doing all those posts and the chapters and all the reading and all those books and all the time and all the effort you're putting into it, all the sacrifice, the time you could be doing something else. You've got family, friends, jobs, you all have all these responsibilities, everything tugging at you, but you're carving out that time to build that better you that at some point in the future you're going to be. And it's important, and I want you to look upon your classes as those building blocks for that foundation. Sometimes I know how tired you get. It's tiring. It's a long process, but worthwhile things take time, and they just, if it's something easy, something just handed to you, then it has no real value. Your degree is going to have value because you get to become that new you at some point. You're going to walk across the stage, you're going to flip that tassel over, you're going to have your degree in your hand, and all that emotion, all the time, all the sacrifice, all the effort you gave is all going to come to you at that point. It's going to be kind of overwhelming. It should be. You should be very proud of your accomplishments. But at that point, now you stand on that new foundation, and now you've got a new dream. You've got the new frontier, basically, that you're heading off to. You have a whole new set of goals, and you're going to make the world, your world, the world around you, your family, your co-workers, whatever company you're working for, you're going to make it a better place that it never would have been if you hadn't shown this determination and this effort to accomplish your goals. And I'll paraphrase from President Kennedy's New Frontier speech, where I'll say that the future looks upon what you're going to do, and that all your teachers are waiting to see what happens. You cannot fail that trust, and you cannot fail to try. So make the future a good one. We as your teachers will never know. You are our gifts to the future, and we'll know the success of what we've done, if we've made a difference, by how great the future turns out, and that's the future that you're going to make. Now I'll conclude this video right back where we started from with Mrs. Sodergren. And recently I've gone through quite a bit trying to locate her because I wanted to tell her a great many things. And my worst fears were realized when I find that I was many, many years too late in my attempts to talk to her. So what I couldn't do now person to person, I'd like to just briefly do here now. And I'd just like to say that Mrs. Sodergren, my very dear lady, wherever you are, thank you for making a difference. Thank you for caring. Thank you for your kindness and your compassion. Thank you for the time that you gave all of us and that little bits of you that you shared with us. And thank you for making the impression. And thank you for making the future better. It's certainly better for me, and I'm sure everyone in this photograph and all your other students too. You did make a difference, and I wanted you to know that. And I also want you to know that I will do my very best to make sure that your gifts to the future carry on through my students for all the years I have left teaching, and this I promise you. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope I can change your thoughts on what your schoolwork is, and I want you to do your best and make that future as bright and as promising as I know you will. Thank you again all, and onward we go.